tomorrow after watching our newscast today. Should the Biden administration improve relations or try with China, Russia, or both? Will authorities be able to prevent racial unrest after the shooting in North Carolina? And why is Redacted's Lee Camp so worked up about the Biden budget? All right, let's get started. When asked recently about forging a military alliance with China, Russian President Vladimir Putin said that it was, quote, possible to imagine it, and pointed to the fact that the two countries, China and Russia, have already participated in exercises and already are sharing sensitive military technologies. It still seems, though, that given his druthers, Mr. Putin would prefer to have better relations with the United States, if somehow that could be made to happen.
See, that ain't gonna happen, and the reason why. Let me pull this precept real quick. Cause see, I spoke on this recently. You know, I was just speaking from the scriptures as well, and not just my own words. It says, I'm gonna go to this real quick in the book of Proverbs. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1. It says, and I love bringing this precept out. I love thinking about this a lot because it's humbling knowing that, hey, no matter what you fucking plan, that shit could change up at any moment. Like this happened to me once again. I made a plan to do something some hours ago. I ain't even gonna do that shit. That's just how stuff go down though. So what more of these rulers, these people that's in power, they want to actually be in cahoots and try to bring peace amongst each other. But like this scripture right here says in the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1, it said, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whatsoever he will. So if he want them to go to war with each other, they going to war with each other. They ain't finna go sit around at no table and drink coffee and tea and shit and hash it out. It ain't going down like that. And that's another precept too. I want to get in the book of Job. Let me see real quick. It's about to be nightfall over there. Sunrise over here. They might be going to sleep. They probably done went to sleep and talk with their counselors or their advisors. Like, you know what, we need to go have talks. We need to figure this out. It's messing with our money. Now, book of Job, chapter 33. And verse 15 it says, in the dream and the vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberers upon the bed, and he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions. So they might go to sleep and say, hey, you know what? Send the ambassador over there so we can go talk. And they fuck around and go to sleep and wake up talking shit. That's how I go down though. And we really understand these scriptures and how this stuff is laid out and how the Most High get down. It's clear, man. Let me pull this picture real quick. All right, so the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 33. This is a precept that came to mind. Real quick. Now my internet want to move a little slow motion right now. That's all good. Still gonna pull these precepts out. Now it says, so we don't want to start at just to get to the main point of this. Okay, right at verse 33 it says, "Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh, how unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out. But who have known the mind of the Lord, who have been his counselor, who have first given to him, and it shall be recompensed to him again. For of him, and through him, and to him are all things. To him be the glory forever. Amen." And he has men that he actually allows to know certain things to them. And that's what a lot of people can't grasp, because they want to see a person with a super big mega church, a nigga with limos and shit, private jets flying around. But they're not edifying you. They're not warning you of this right here. They telling you to go just love every fucking thing, or whatever other nonsense they're telling you. Let me go to something else real quick. Give me 1 minute, let me find this one precept. It's in the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7. It says, "Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing but he revealeth his secret to his servants, the prophets." And that's how stuff is made known and manifested to people. Because a lot of people, they don't really like to read and look up stuff anyway. So what they do is put the spirit on certain people to read and search out all this information and just know certain stuff. That's why the one scripture says you have an unction. You know all things. And when it mentions all things, you can't say you know everything, because I don't know what type of particles out there on Pluto, but I can break down precept by precept though. So all things it's talking about is the actual scriptures. And people have a problem with that, man. Because I'm going to pull that precept real quick too. I know it's getting a little off topic. Hey, it is what it is. And this like the top gift on the earth. This what them Amalekite rabbis and them so-called scholars want. But they ain't got it though. It's in the place where you least expect it to be at. That's in the book of 1 John chapter 2, verse 20. It says, "But you have an unction from the Holy One, and you know all things." And once again, I don't know what type of stardust on Saturn rings, or I don't know what type of particles out on fucking Neptune or Pluto, but I know these scriptures are. And you can't buy that, man. You can't make that up. That only comes from the Most High. It gotta be in you. It ain't something you can just go, can't go to no theological school or none of that other nonsense. If it ain't in you, it ain't in you. That's just what it is. Now back to this right here. Being able to break down and see what's going to take place and how these nations going to come against each other. It's not in their will. It's all the will of the Most High, man. That's just how it's going to be. And as much as they want to not do this, and he's going to speak on it, I'm going to play it a little bit.
Let's start with this. RT correspondent Alex Mihailovich.
They are two countries that have a long-standing history of being united in diplomacy.
China and Russia have always been firmly opposed to the so-called long-arm jurisdiction of a small number of countries, especially for the United States to impose unilateral illegal sanctions on other countries.
Recently, China and Russia have also reiterated their military support for one another. This month, in a State of the Union address, Russian President Vladimir Putin, following years of steady provocation from the U.S. and its allies, warned the West not to cross the red line.
We really want to have a good relationship.
Hey, if you got some sense, and you know how Esau like to get out on this side of the world, they love crossing red lines.
With all members of the international community, even those with whom relationships have been strained lately, to say the least. We really don't want to burn the bridges, but if some mistake our good intentions for indifference or weakness and intend to burn or even blow up those bridges themselves, Russia's response will be asymmetrical, quick, and tough.
Putin also did not fail to mention Russia's friendship with China, calling the two nations comprehensive strategic.
And I'm just pausing. I ain't gonna play this whole video. I can't really watch this. They end up seeing it because they got my other channel with some strikes on them. Put this on the backup channel. The reason why I say it's gonna be quick and tough. Let me pull this up real quick. Let's go to the old legendary Bing, because Bing got all type of information. Gotta use it while you can. I spoke on this recently. I'm gonna bring it out again. I just typed in how long will it take for nukes from Russia to reach the other end of the earth, just to back up what Revelation is talking about. If you come across somebody and they think they know them scriptures, man, you go to the book of Revelation, chapter 20, 21, you go to 13 or 16 and 17, and you pull them actual precepts out and stuff like that, they're gonna bug out because most people, they don't see this place going nowhere. They look at America and they think this shit just gonna be like this for the next fucking 200-300 years or whatever. That's not accurate when you read the scriptures. That's why I say measure the time diligently. But you can see what's going on, man, if you paying attention for it. Now it says it depends on a few factors, but anywhere between 15 to 40 minutes. That's quick as fuck, man. You ain't got time to do shit but just send them prayers up and wait on the Most High to send them angels to deliver you up out of here. But you ain't going to no bunker. You're not getting in no water. Elon Musk ain't letting you get on one of his rockets. you just gotta wait on the Most High. Yeah. Arwan Ratazar, you build that number. Hey, Arwan Ratazar, I build that number to make it out of here when that go down. Now it says Russia has ICBMs that can go over the North Pole. However, we don't know if all of them can. They know this shit. That's some proud stuff. Let me click on this real quick. That's a real proud statement to say. And they've been testing them out. And they can build a rocket to go up into space and orbit the Earth. You think they can't build something to go around the Earth that quick? Anyway, let's scroll down a little bit some more. Got people posting their little comments and all this other little different stuff right here. And you got different little questions that say if they suddenly fire all the nuclear missiles at the U.S. Now, why would they even be talking about this, man? They even got a missile called the Satan 2. Why would they even name it that, man? Shaitan 2. Hey, because they plan on doing the left-hand side work of the Most High. That's what they gonna do. Let me find that extra part out. I was reading another part of that. Oh man, you can't make this up, man. I wasn't even looking for this. What day this came out 2 years ago. This ain't even from this shit. It says the U.S. accidentally sends a nuke to Moscow tomorrow. If Russia knew it was an honest mistake, but they nuke us back anyway. He just said it in the video. They here retaliate. Yo, let me play so we can get his exact words. You know, I don't want to butcher nobody's words. Go back real quick. And now I want to freeze up. Let's see. Back it up a little bit, just a little bit more. What did he say?
The least. We really don't want to burn the bridges, but if some mistake our good intentions,
Some mistake or good intention. You can't make this stuff up, man. Some mistake or good. What are you gonna do?
for indifference or weakness and intend to burn or even blow up those bridges themselves, Russia's response will be asymmetrical, quick, and tough.
Asymmetrical, quick, and tough. And you can't make this up, man. Like I read in the beginning of this article, how long it take. Hold on, let me go back with that shit right now. How long it take? Say 30 minutes. The main point I want to get to is say 30 minutes. So if it take 30 minutes, and once it hit ground zero, the other 30 minutes, that's how long it's going to take to sweep where it's going to sweep at. Oh, let me see. Go down. And this something spooky. I know I can speak on this and talk casual. But hey, man. Only thing to give me some serenity, so to speak, some peace and serenity, is knowing that the Most High going to deliver certain people out of this, and it's not going to affect them like that. Okay, they got the 30 minutes, say 15 to 40 minutes. They say about 20 minutes, okay. Now let's pull this last precept and I'll end this video off. I'm not trying to stretch it out too long, I'm just trying to touch on certain points. Cause this sounds serious and they got that number on there, 144. Let me go to this real quick. And it's another thing too, when people talking about the end of the world not gonna end. The world, Esau gonna end up. If you read the scripture in the book of Revelation, chapter 18, you scroll down. Let's just get to the main points and now end this up. We saw the verse 15. It says, the merchants of these things, which were made rich by her, shall stand afar off. Now, if the earth gonna end, how the merchants gonna stand far off? How they gonna be able to be looking at something? And it says, shall stand far off, for the fear from torment, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and dipped with gold and precious stones and pearls for in 1 hour, so great riches is coming not. Every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors and his men is trade by sea stood afar off. But if the world gonna end, how they still gonna be in the sea looking at shit? Whoever pushing out that false narrative, that's inaccurate. But you can clearly see what it's saying right here. It says in verse 18, it says, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich, all that had ships in the sea, by reason of a costliness for 1 hour, she's made desolate. So if something take 30 minutes to travel and hit ground zero, that means the rest of that hour, that's what's gonna be going down, man. That's what it is. Ain't no planet, ain't no asteroid, none of that shit finna come hit the earth and do none of this. There you go to. I wasn't gonna pull this precept. I know I'm making this video longer than usual. But yeah, I'll pull it out. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 14. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all you that bend the bow, Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. And that's what you got going on. All these nations putting themselves in array. They linking up against who? Babylon. Known as America, or the U.S., or USA. It says spare no arrows. Then it's no coincidence. What's the name for a missing nuke? Can I end this off? Now, this is an old film. I don't want to play it. They might strike my channel again. This is the 1996 John Woo film, Broken Arrow, features a quite memorable line uttered by the character, actor Frank Welly. I don't know what's scarier, losing the nuclear weapons, or if it happens so often, and it just goes into it some more. But basically, they actually had some stuff like this happen. And recently, too. But it says in the military lingo, broken arrow. What the book of Jeremiah said they're going to be doing. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All you that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows. I just want to bring this out, man. Hey, pay attention to the real shit to be going on. All the other stuff, it'd be a distraction. Just the little debates and all that other little nonsense, man. Ain't no time for no fucking debate. If a person can't get it, man, they just been blind. They ain't meant to get it. And they gonna see it when they see them arrows, though. They ain't gonna be blind then. They ain't gonna be no joke then. So I just want to bring this up. Well, it's one this edifying call on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. And shalom to the left.